Hi, I'm Stacey Hernosky. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Canix. If you don't know us, we're a cannabis ERP that serves hundreds of cultivators, manufacturers, and distributors across 27 states. I'm making a video today because we've been getting a lot of questions about an infographic that's on one of our competitors' websites. The infographic is here. It's on Distru's website, and it is a feature list that compares the features in Distru to the features in Canix. Okay, so I'm making a video today because this kind of marketing is very, very hard to get right. Typically, competitors don't know the ins and outs of each other's products. And when you get it wrong, you spread misinformation. So rather than put up our own chart, I'm making a quick video today so you can see the features that we have in Canix for yourself. And with that, I'll dive right in. The first feature is automatic and live two-way Metrc sync. Distru writes, Distru's integration with Metrc communicates with their API multiple times per second. We communicate with Metrc system two ways, so we can update Metrc and audit for discrepancies. They write for Canix, no. Okay, so this is patently untrue. We communicate with Metrc two ways, and this is an essential part of our system. Whenever you submit anything in Canix, if you're in a Metrc state, we will automatically send your submission to Metrc, and we track all those submissions here. My face bubble, so you can go to Metrc submissions. You can see all the Metrc submissions that we've made in the sandbox account, who made them, when they made them, if they failed, why they failed. You're able to resubmit. You can see what was successful here as well. So you're able to submit to Metrc, and you're also able to pull from Metrc as well. So that's the two-way live Metrc sync that Distru's referring to. We pull from packages and transfers automatically every 10 minutes. We pull for facility data, harvests, plant batches, plants, and facility data automatically every night. The reason for the discrepancy is we just upgraded to Metrc's new API. We're actually the first C2 sales system to do this. So we have packages and transfers on their new API, and we are working on the rest of these data models in Q3 as well. If you need something faster than that, you are also able to refresh everything you're ad hoc as well. You just press sync, and that pulls with Metrc as well. This is really important. A live two-way Metrc sync is essential in any modern C2 sale. So yeah, that's what we offer in Canix. Okay, the next one is Metrc failsafe cloud extension. Distru writes, Distru detects a Metrc outage. Your information is backed up automatically to our cloud extension, then pushed up to Metrc immediately once a connection is reestablished. They write no for Canix. Again, this is not true. What Distru means here is basically that they are retrying if Metrc is down, and they will save all your information so you don't need to sit there and click retry to get your information to submit. Again, this is a very common feature in modern C2 sales systems. This is also something that Canix offers. If Metrc is down, we will save your information. We will retry on your behalf for a period of time so you don't need to sit there and retry yourself. Leaf link integration, this live two-way integration. They write yes. This is true. Canix does have a live two-way integration with Leaf link. And it's worth mentioning we also have integrations with Leaf Trade and Apex Trading as well. So if you use any one of those three systems or three marketplace systems, we'll be able to integrate with them. Built-in CRM, manage companies and contacts from prospecting to close. So this is the only one on here that is correct. We don't offer a built-in CRM in Canix. And this is by design. There are many, many billion-dollar companies, multi-billion-dollar companies out there that provide exceptional CRMs. Salesforce, HubSpot, Pipedrive, Zoho, the list goes on and on. We think it is much, much more advantageous for customers to use one of those CRMs. We're already tackling ERP in 3 different verticals, and we want to do that well. That being said, it's worth mentioning, we do offer tracking of all of your current customers, their last order date, what their license number is, any files or license certificates that you want to keep for them. We also keep track of all their historical information as well, what they currently owe, when their payments are, how much they've ordered, what they've ordered, and you're able to report on that as well. So no CRM in terms of email tracking, call logging, tasks. Again, we think that's better handled by one of these really established companies out there, but we do offer customer tracking mechanics. Cool. Live B2B e-commerce menu. Distru writes, build custom menus using live available inventory and send them to your customers. They write no for Canix. Again, this is something that we offer in Canix. We call it our shop. So with this, you're able to send a password protected link to any one of your customers, and that link will have products that you designate on here, along with the available inventory, which automatically updates for your customers to purchase. You're able to add in details here for the items that you have on your store, different pictures, test results, what have you. And your customers are able to check out on our shop. And once they check out, that will automatically create a sales order in the Canix system. You're able to manage your listings here. Under listing management, you obviously wouldn't want every single item that you have in Canix on a shop, so you're able to enable and disable different items depending on what you want to show, probably only your finished goods for a specific customer that you want to actually send to them, and you can update multiple pictures and information here as well. So that's how you can access your shop in Canix. Okay, next, dynamic label templates. Distru writes, design and automatically populate labels with metric numbers, SKU name, or any other information stored in Distru. One template for an infinite number of labels. They write no for Canix. We do offer dynamic label templates. It's actually a really, really, really important part of our software. So you can go here into custom label templates here. And basically what we do is you're able to find any piece of inventory that's in Canix. And depending on the label template that you've saved here, that tag will automatically populate with all the information that we have in Canix. I'm going to move my face bubble so you can see this. So you can see here we have these available fields. These are all the fields that we have in Canix. So I'll just show a few. You have your address line. This will automatically populate. Address line 2. Harvest date, so you have your harvest date populate in here. Your harvest, you can put in your harvest name. This is really, really critical because without this, you'd have to be sitting here typing this harvest name, and that's just not acceptable for any kind of workflow that we'd want to provide. So we have hundreds and hundreds of every field that we have in Canix. You're able to dynamically populate on your label template here. And the really cool thing about this is it's not just Canix information that you can populate. We also populate all information from all of our integrations as well. Confident Cannabis is probably the most used one here. So we integrate with Confident Cannabis, and they have hundreds and hundreds of test information fields that you can populate onto your label, whether that is CBD percentages, CBN percentages, any one of the hundreds of terpenes that they have on here as well. So instead of having to track the test percentage for every single tag that you might have, you can just have it in Canix and we will pull it in automatically for you. In case there's anything that we don't have, you can also add your free text in here. So I just wanted to call it like Stacy's label. I could add it in here. You can also add pictures on here as well. Cool. So where this gets really cool, one label is good, but multiple labels is much more practical because rarely are you printing only one label. So in Canix, we have this label that I pulled up. It's label 156, and I'm going to increment this to 10 tags. So when we say download 10 labels, what is that going to do? It's going to automatically create the next 10 labels and pull in the specific information from that tag onto each label. So you can see 156 is blueberry punch flower. 158 will be Blue Dream number CC1001. So depending on what the specific label information is here, we don't only pull it for one label, we pull it for all subsequent labels. So you don't need to create any labels at all or only print one at a time. You can print hundreds and hundreds of labels at a time, which is typically how our customers use this feature. So that is our multiple label downloading feature. And the last thing I want to show you is our templates. So templates allow you to save different information and pull it up for different, based on your different requirements, whether that be for compliance or for a particular dispensary that you're selling to. So we can grab the same label in here, 156. We can see with this different template, this demo gummy label template, it looks completely different, but it has the same information on it. It's still blueberry punch flower. You have the package date, you have 156, the label number, you have the QR code, but this time you have the facility information and you also have this government warning. So you can save as many templates as you want in here based on what you have, and you're able to pre-fill all those. So any kind of label that you're making in Canix will be automatically pre-filled. Moving on to cost accounting. So Distru writes, yes, for themselves, view detailed cost breakdowns of your sales orders, including operational expenses like labor or utilities, and calculate your exact profit and loss and product margins. They write no for Canix. This is really hard because Canix, the main point of what we do is calculate profit per gram or profit per liter or profit per each, whatever profit for whatever SKU you are looking at in particular. And it would be impossible to do that if we didn't calculate detailed cost breakdowns of labor, of non-cannabis, of cannabis inventory at each step that went into in the process. We do this through a variety of different ways, automatic and ad hoc. I'm going to show you a couple right now in the product so you can see how we do that in Canix. Okay, so let's start with bill of materials. So this is a very common way to add costs automatically in Canix. A bill of materials is, you can think about it as a list of component items for something that you are creating in Canix. So I'm going to create a bill of materials here, sample vape cartridge, and I'm going to date it. You have an active date here, an expiration date. The reason you have an expiration date is because this automatically adds whenever you create a new item. And so this allows you to create bill of materials in the future if your recipes might change. Let's grab a vape here. And let's say every time we want to create one vape, we want to add a cartridge, a tube, and a mouthpiece. And we want to add one of each. Okay, so you can see as I add these, it shows the standard cost for each of these items on, like each of these component items. $1, 50 cents, $2. And then you see the projected non-cannabis inventory costs for this vape. What this is doing is summing up all the standard costs for what this vape is expected to be. If we change the quantity, then this non-cannabis inventory cost automatically updates as well. So we have two ways of costing in Canix. We have your standard cost, which is what you expect this cost to be. And then we also have your actual lot cost. So we will project the NCI cost based on the standard cost. And then based on the date that you create this in the specific lot that you pull from, we will pull that exact number. So you can compare what your actual costs are to what your standard costs are expected to be. Anytime you use this bill of materials in Canix, or anytime you create something in Canix, whether you are combining a package or splitting a package or doing a manufacturing run, you can use this bill of materials. So that will be automatically added in the background, and this new item will be costed with both its projected and actual cost. So that is one automatic way to add costs in Canix. I probably don't have to tell y'all if you work in a grow or a lab that oftentimes things, it's not always automatic and you can't always predict every cost. So we also have a variety of ways to add costs ad hoc in Canix for every single data model or item type that you have, whether it's plant batches, plants, harvest, packages, whatever it is, you're able to add non-cannabis and labor costs to that piece of inventory. So I'm just going to show you in plant batches. We'll grab 4 plant batches in here, and then we'll say actions, assign non-cannabis inventory. We'll grab some lots in here of different non-cannabis inventory items. Calculate COGS. So what this is doing is it's taking the total COGS based on the amount that I'm assigning to these plant batches, and based on the number of plants in each plant batch, it's assigning the non-cannabis COGS in accordance to the number of plants prorated. So we typically prorate and divide costs based on the number of plants that you have in each plant batch. And that's what we found to be the most accurate way to cost. So you can do that with non-cannabis here and add your non-cannabis costs, and you can also do it for labor. So we'll grab the same group of plant batches, we'll go actions, assign labor costs, and we're going to grab Emily. We'll add a date in here for her, calculate COGS, new labor COGS, and again, we assign them according to the same rules that you use for non-cannabis inventory, prorated based on the number of plants that you have in each particular plant batch. Okay. So that is how you assign costs ad hoc. And again, you can do that for plants, you can do that for harvest, you can do that for any kind of data model. It's all actions, assign non-cannabis inventory. Okay, so your next question might be, how do you get the starting costs or the lot costs on this non-cannabis or cannabis inventory? And one way of doing that is through purchase orders. So when you create a purchase order here, you'll be able to search your entire inventory of all cannabis and non-cannabis products. We can grab the same products I used in the vape, and we will put in, we'll actually save your last used amount in here, and you can update this obviously according to how much you are buying. In here, just put in some numbers in here, and you can also add in your requested delivery date. So you create this purchase order, and when you go to receive products on this purchase order, what that's going to allow you to do is assign lots to this particular purchase order, and those lots will be costed at the total purchase price that you had on your purchase order. So those are 3 ways that you can do costing in Canix. For the sake of time, I'm going to move on to reporting. It's obviously very important to not only be able to assign costs, but to report on costs as well. So in Canix, we have a lot of different reports. Sales costs and margin over time, total cost by delivery date, non-cannabis costs, source cannabis costs. We also have a lot of different valuation and value charts. I'll show you inventory value. What this does is this is one that shows you all of your inventory value for your non-cannabis and active packages. So in your non-cannabis, you can see your total lot value in here, along with your aggregated lot value in here. You can also see your active package value. And so this will be divided by the item name. So by item, you'll see the total value of all of that inventory that you have in Canix. We do have custom reporting in Canix. So if there's some report that you need to have that's beyond what we offer, you're also able to create your new report in here. Okay, so that is a little insight into the reporting in Canix for costing. Cool. And finishing up this chart, next is live customer support chat. Distru writes, all Distru customers have access to our live customer support chat. Our average response time during normal business hours is less than 5 minutes. We currently have a 99% customer happiness rating. The rate no for Canix, this is pretty misleading. I think we do have live customer support in Canix. We don't have live chat. And we actually used to have live chat. We have live phone and email support. We turned off chat because we found that it wasn't providing as high of a quality of answer. I pulled up our Zendesk so you can see our customer satisfaction scores as well. We have 100% customer satisfaction on all the tickets that have been rated. Okay. So that's a feature chart. Thanks for sticking with it, with me through this. Again, I'm Stacy. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Canix. If you've got any questions, we absolutely love hearing from you, whether you are an existing customer or a prospective customer. We love talking to people in the industry. It is the reason for what we do. So please feel free to drop us a line at help@canix.com. We'll happily answer any more questions if you have any follow-ups. Okay, thanks.